What's up, gang? Jose here at Wire Ninjas, the Tri-State's finest AV install team. Now, today we're in Short Hills, New Jersey, and it's basically the final day of a large installation that took place over the course of time. You know, there's several installations. We did the data, we did the Wi-Fi, and now it's time for the audio, the multi-zoned audio, or the in-home, whole house audio system. So we have 16 channels that are distributed through multiple zones across the home. Master bedroom, master bathroom, master closet, second floor hall, some of the second floor bedrooms, as well as the first floor. We have the kitchen, the dining, the mudroom, the living room, the second living room. Place is really nice in there. It's got 2 living rooms, and then the office as well. Inside, Steve's installing the amps, and that's the final piece of this, installing the amps. All the circuits are in place, speakers are in the ceiling. He's putting the amps in, and we're going to drive it all with a Sonos port. That way the homeowner can do everything right off his phone. You know, the input is the phone, the Sonos app or Spotify, whatever music service app he prefers, he can get into that Sonos app and distribute that throughout the home. So pretty cool day, as it is the final day in the sense that, we're lighting up the system. And that to me is it's my favorite day of the install period. A lot goes into the install prior to today, and finally, in summation, it all comes together. It all comes together in the end. You light up the system, and once you add the music or the video or both to any zone, any home, any room, that's really when the transformation takes place. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys this. Let's go take a look at what we got. All right, guys, so we're gonna kick it off in the office here. This office is looking really nice. A lot went on here besides the audio video, and I like to give props to anybody in the field, even the design team. Like, they came in here and placed all these little items, and this place looks phenomenal. So let's get a good look at the room, and as well as the install. This is the room in question. This is the office. As you can see, we did volume controls here, so this will give us a nice layer of added control to the system. It's the volume control panel. This is the room. Eventually we'll get a TV up there on the mantle. Now, this home is secondhand to the homeowner. So he purchased this home, and he's fixing it up basically. And little by little, we started with the Wi-Fi, the rack installation of the data, the local area network, the hardwired internet or Ethernet network, as well as a nice, really nice Wi-Fi system. He is extremely happy. That's originally why he called us, but that is the backbone. The network, the Ethernet or the Wi-Fi network's the backbone to most or all this stuff, audio, video, and otherwise. People, they couldn't do their schoolwork until we put in our network. And he is so happy because everyone's happy. They can do their work, they can do their schoolwork, and they can stream their 4K content without any hiccups, without any buffering. So I happen to love this. The wallpaper just got installed back there in the shelves, and like I said, someone came in here and placed everything, and it just looks phenomenal in here. So if you take a look, we can see our in-ceiling install. Those are our 2 in-ceiling speakers. We'll get a look at the amp. Steve's putting it in right now. We'll get a good look at that later. We're actually going to do a little bit of wire management. This desk is really cool. It's a standing desk, and it raises, and as you can see, someone attempted to do some form of wire management. We're going to make this much cleaner. And I'm not going to lie, I'm jelly. He's got this Samsung. This monitor is exceptional. It really is an exceptional computer monitor. Good for him, man. That's really cool. This is so cool. I mean, I don't even know what this is, but it's so cool. It's a light bulb on a repurposed wood. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Audio video is awesome, but design is so cool, I really like aesthetics. So as you can see, we're still in a moved-in state. Furniture still making its way and stuff like that. This will be our secondary living room or den. I guess we can call it the living room. The other room would be the media room. So that's your in-ceiling there. And then you have another one up here. Really big space to cover. We might have to do a theater in here eventually. Now let's hit the dining area. We're waiting on a table. That's your in-ceiling right there. Another in-ceiling stereo setup. This is fresh. This just went up and it's so cool. I really love it. It's got a nice shimmer texture and blend of colors. Here's your volume control. Oh, we did some Nest thermostats as well. It's pretty cool. Small little touches, but these things really help the Nest. It's nice to be able to control the HVAC from your phone. Missed the volume control here in the living room. That's it right there. We'll take a ride into maybe the kitchen or den. This is the den. That's your in-ceiling right there. What's up, Steve?
How's it going?
Say hi to YouTube. Volume controls for the den. This is our build out. As you can see, Steve is managing our wires. We have audio on one side, power on the other side. Good job, Steve's looking good. This is the amp we're putting in. It's a True Audio D16, 16 channel amp. It's got 8 sub outputs. This thing is incredibly versatile. I mean, incredibly versatile, very powerful, and very robust. It's made to last. This is pro grade equipment. Really nice stuff. We only like to recommend solutions that we know are going to be robust, that are going to last a long time, you know. We like our stuff to work. You know, we only have so much control, you know. We wire things to perfection. We want to go ahead and use equipment that lasts a very long time so the install lasts forever as a whole. And this is the kitchen. As you can see, we have the in-ceiling audio. Data ports on the wall. You see our little labels and stuff. Same thing here. You see our data port, our label. Little extras for you guys. I believe I shot a separate video on the rack installation. We'll head down and check that out anyways. So there's more speakers in that mudroom, but they're actually doing school in there, some of the kids. So we can't go in there. And then upstairs we have 6 in the whole master area, as well as a few other zones in the other bedrooms. Now, we're gonna take a look outside. We have a really nice big space to work with out here. So I went over with the homeowner. We have plans to do some outdoor audio. We'll definitely shoot a video for you guys on that one. It's gonna be really cool. I like outdoor audio a lot because, again, anything audio video, you put audio video in any room, it really changes the space. I mean, it transforms the space. So this is gonna go from a regular old patio to an awesome, you know, hostable, partyable, you know, deck. I mean, it's gonna be cool. The thing about audio video is it really makes enjoyment possible, you know? Whether it's simply ambient noise so that people are more comfortable and they can chit chat and stuff like that or get to know each other, or you're blasting the music, everyone's dancing, partying, having fun, you know? There's levels to this, but anyways, just wanna give you guys a little brief on the outside because there will be an outdoor installation and we will shoot a video on it and you guys will love it. So I'll take a ride downstairs and check out our rack. So we have an unfinished basement here. As you can see, the homeowner didn't even want this, but I said, hey man, let me pull some data at least to this side of the basement. We don't need it. The whole house is covered with Wi-Fi. Again, this guy, you know, he bought this house secondhand and he's doing all he can to fix it up, which is cool. This is the gym area. This is a TV panel we wall mounted. We put an Apple TV back there and stuff like that. Nice, clean. You know, even in the gym, we like our stuff to be clean. Look clean, work good, sound good. We'll take a look into the rack room. I believe you guys have seen this. If you haven't watched our other video, we did a separate video on this rack installation. I think at the current state, it was waiting for the UPS to be installed. We're waiting for that thing to get shipped in, the battery. So this battery system, this will keep the network up for about 5-6 hours if the power goes out. So they'll still be able to use their Wi-Fi, which is really cool. Very simple networking equipment, nothing too crazy here. But the whole point is that this guy had really poor Wi-Fi before we showed up, you know, before he called us. Oh, I know what he had. Let's see. I think he has it somewhere. Yes. And I've told him 5 times, you got to return this thing. He's paying monthly for this thing. Yes, this is what he had. He had these little bad boys. And honestly, if you don't have the budget to do something like that, and you get this, and it works for you, that's great. But most of the time, this doesn't work. It only causes problems, confusion, and then you end up with 5 of these. I think he had 5 total, and the network performance sucked, but that was actually due in part to the wiring being so messed up in this house. So, like I said, I don't know if you've seen our other video, but check it out. We did a complete rewire of this panels. This looked like a total disaster before we got in here. I mean, it was just atrocious. And normally, like what I like to do with my installs is I go straight to the rack. As you can see, it looks cleaner, so nice, straight into the rack. However, I don't have full control of everything, and we showed up, we're the second, or honestly, we're probably about the 5th guys on site here, because there was so much disaster on this wall. I mean, the entire wall was covered in just spaghetti and mess. So what we decided was we'll patch the existing circuits, and then we'll patch out of the existing circuits whatever we need from there. So that's what we did. We threw it all into patch panels, and then we patched out from the panels into the rack. And like I said, you see how clean that is going into the rack? I mean, that is gorgeous. And this is typically what our installs look like. You have a nice just bundle going right in, Velcro. Again, data on one side, power on the other side. I just upgraded his firmware and on some of the network devices, as well as the UI controller software this morning. I keep my networks up and running. And I gotta say, this Unify stuff, incredibly reliable. It really is the truth, man. I love this stuff, and I continue to install it because it's so reliable. It is just wonderful working with Unify equipment, honestly. Coming from someone who deals with so much different equipment and issues related to the equipment, I gotta say, Unify, it's unbelievably reliable and awesome to work with. Highly recommend it for you, your home, install, DIY. I mean, even if you're just doing an access point, something like that, you can install it yourself, get the app, get it going. It's nice to get your feet wet. So that's our little rack install. And that about covers the home, or at least all we can film of it. As soon as Steve gets that amp installed, we're gonna light up the zones. Kids are gonna be happy. It's funny. They were screwing around in the playroom, and they were like, "We want music," and I'm like, "Don't worry, there's about to be music in here. The whole house is gonna get lit up." They have no idea, but they're gonna be real happy afterwards. It's cool. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap here in Short Hills. I try to give you guys a good look at what we do and how we do it, and a little bit of insight as we walk through the home. And I hope it helps you along your audio-video path. And we'll see you on the next one.
Just cruising through New Jersey. On to the next one.